Welcome back to CCR Sales and Service. So we're thinking spring today. It's in Vermont. It's February 29th. It's about 50 degrees outside. So today we're going to show you how to tune up your push mower for spring. So in the general tune-up of a push mower, we're going to be replacing the air filter, Briggs & Stratton OEM air filter. Going to be changing your engine oil. This is a pre-measured amount of oil for the Briggs & Stratton engine. We're also going to be replacing the spark plug. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do here is the engine oil. What you should do, let the machine run for a couple minutes. What that'll do, warm the oil up a little bit to allow us to make sure we get all of it out. So after we run it for a second, we're going to tip the machine up on its side. We're going to make sure that the oil reservoir is on the bottom. We don't want to spill any oil when we tip it over, so make sure your oil is on the bottom side. You'll see now that we have the mower tipped up on its side. We have the engine oil facing to the bottom. We didn't make a mess. Your wife's not going to yell at you for getting the garage floor dirty. So we're just going to wait a couple minutes and make sure all the oil is drained out. So while we're letting the engine oil drain, we can go ahead and remove the cover for the air cleaner. What I have in my hand is just a 5/16 nut driver. There's also a place you can use a regular screwdriver as well. And this cover comes off real easy. Take the screw out, pull the cover off. So now we have the old air filter out. This one actually looks pretty clean. You can visually inspect them. Sometimes you may just decide to try to blow them out with compressed air. In this case, we have a new one right here, so we're going to put the new one in. Super simple. Paper fins up. The old one came out the same way. Got the cover up. We're going to slide the new air filter in. We're going to secure it back down with our nut driver or regular screwdriver. So we got the mower tipped up right now. We got the engine oil all drained out. We replaced our air cleaner. Since we have the machine tipped up, now would be a good time to inspect your blade. You can take a peek at it. Usually you can just give it a visual inspection to see if you need to replace it or not. This would also be a good time to clear any debris that you might have stuck in here, scrape out any excess grass that may be clumped up in the bottom of the deck. In this case, this blade looks pretty good, so we're going to go ahead and leave this one on here for another season. Engine oil is all drained out. We've got our new air filter in here. I got my handy little funnel here to make sure that we're not going to make a mess on the garage floor. And now all we're going to do is put in some fresh oil. So in this case, I know that this is the pre-measured amount for this engine. If you have a full-size quart or maybe you have some oil laying around the shop or the garage, you're going to want to dump a little bit in, check it, dump a little more in, check it. In this case, like I said, I know this is the correct amount, so we're just going to dump it all in. And I'll check it once the oil gets down to the base of the engine. Engine oil's all in. Tip the machine back over. Now we're just going to double check to make sure we got the right amount in there. Got a rag handy. Look at that. Perfect amount. Gonna wipe it off. So now we have the engine oil done. We have the air filter done. Next thing we're going to do now is replace the spark plug. Engine oil all done. Air filter all done. No mess. So now we're going to replace the spark plug. So generally a spark plug is a 13/16 size socket. A lot of times in the manufacturer's owner's manual they'll have a little tool, looks like a scrunch. Kind of a pain in the butt, so we're going to use some fancy tools today. Pop the boot off. Nice and easy. Threads right out. And there's the old plug. Got both the plugs out here. This is the new one. This is the old one. Let's take a look at the difference between the two here. Notice the new one on the right. Nice and clean. The old one's definitely a little black. Got some deposits down here. Certainly time for this guy to be replaced. Alright, new spark plug in my hand here. We decided that it needs to be replaced. We're going to go ahead and put it right back in the same hole that the old one came out of. Imagine that. Nice and simple. Start right here. Just thread her in a little bit. So we got it started. We can just go ahead and tighten her back down. Voila! So that's that, right? Pretty painless. We did the general tune-up on our push mower here, did the engine air filter, we did the spark plug, we did the engine oil, we checked our blade. This mower here doesn't have any personal pace or self-propulsion device, so we don't need to worry about checking that. And there you have it. Check something off your to-do list, get behind the machine and get some mowing done. Thank you.